In the heart of the bustling city of Verona, there stood an ancient mansion that had long since fallen into disrepair. The locals whispered of its haunted halls and dark history, but no one dared to venture inside. That is, until one fateful night when 5 college friends, Emma, Alex, Brooke, Daniel, and Sofia, decided to explore the mansion on a dare. Armed with flashlights and a map they found online, they crept into the mansion just as the clock struck midnight. The air was thick with dust and the scent of decay. Cobwebs draped the corners of the room like ghostly curtains. As they moved deeper into the mansion, the floorboards creaked under their weight, and the wind howled through broken windows, creating an eerie symphony. They gathered in the grand foyer, the map spread out on a dusty table. Emma, the de facto leader, pointed to a room marked Library.
If the rumors are true, there's supposed to be a hidden treasure in this place,
she said, excitement and nervousness mingling in her voice. Brooke, the group's history buff, adjusted her glasses and studied the map.
This mansion belonged to Lord Ashcroft, a wealthy nobleman. He was rumored to have dabbled in dark magic.
Dark magic? Seriously, Brooke?
Daniel scoffed, though he couldn't hide the slight tremor in his voice.
Let's just stick together,
Alex suggested.
We'll be in and out before we know it.
The group made their way to the library. The room was vast, filled with towering bookshelves that seemed to touch the ceiling. The books, long forgotten, were covered in layers of dust. Brooke marveled at the old tomes.
These books must be centuries old,
she said, running her fingers along the spines.
Imagine the history in these pages.
As they searched the room, Alex discovered a hidden switch behind one of the bookshelves. With a click, the bookshelf swung open to reveal a dark, narrow passageway.
Looks like we found our first clue,
Alex said, grinning. The passageway led them to a series of winding tunnels beneath the mansion. The air grew colder and their flashlights flickered, casting long, dancing shadows on the damp walls. The tunnels twisted and turned, and soon they realized they were hopelessly lost.
This place is a maze,
Sofia said, her voice trembling.
We should have marked our path.
We'll find our way out,
Emma said, trying to sound confident.
Let's keep moving.
They continued to wander, the tension rising with each step. Just when they were about to give up hope, they stumbled upon a hidden chamber. In the center of the room stood a pedestal with an ancient, ornate box.
This must be it,
Daniel said, his eyes wide with anticipation. Emma carefully opened the box, revealing a collection of old documents and a cryptic letter. As they read the letter, they realized it was a will from the mansion's original owner, detailing the location of a hidden fortune. But the letter also contained a warning.
Beware the shadows, for they hold the key to your demise.
Suddenly, the room grew colder, and the shadows seemed to come alive, swirling around them. The friends felt a creeping dread as they realized they were not alone. Dark figures emerged from the shadows, their eyes glowing with a malevolent light. Panic set in, and they fled the chamber, the shadows close on their heels. They raced through the tunnels, their flashlights flickering and dying one by one. With no sense of direction, they relied on sheer luck to find their way back to the surface. Just as they were about to lose hope, they burst through a door and found themselves back in the mansion's grand foyer. They slammed the door shut, the shadows pounding against it from the other side.
Did we really see that?
Alex panted, his face pale.
I don't know,
Emma replied, clutching the documents tightly.
but we need to get out of here.
They fled the mansion, vowing never to return. As they reached the safety of their dorm, they realized the documents contained more than just a map to the treasure. It also held the key to breaking the curse that haunted the mansion. Over the next few weeks, they researched the mansion's history and the curse that plagued it. They discovered that the original owner, Lord Ashcroft, had bound his soul to the mansion in his quest for power, creating the shadowy entities that now haunted it.
We have to end this.
Emma said, determination burning in her eyes.
We need to perform the ritual.
Armed with the knowledge from the documents, they gathered the necessary items for the ritual. They returned to the mansion one final time, their resolve unshaken. In the heart of the mansion, They performed the ritual, reciting the ancient incantations. The shadows writhed and screamed, but the friends stood firm. With a final thunderous roar, the shadows dissipated, and the mansion fell silent. The curse was broken. The friends uncovered the hidden fortune, but more importantly, they had freed the mansion from its dark past. They left Verona with a story that would be passed down for generations, a tale of bravery, friendship, and the triumph of light over darkness. However, as they celebrated their victory, none of them noticed the small, shadowy figure that slipped unnoticed into the night, a hint of malevolence still lingering in its wake. The mansion was free, but the shadows had found a new home, waiting patiently for their next victims. Months had passed since the friends had freed the mansion from its curse. Life had returned to normal, or so they thought. One evening, as they gathered in Emma's apartment to celebrate their upcoming graduation, Sofia noticed something odd.
Hey, Emma, what's that?
Sofia pointed to a dark corner of the room where a small, shadowy figure seemed to be watching them. Emma's blood ran cold.
No, it can't be.
The figure stepped forward, revealing itself to be a wisp of darkness with glowing red eyes. It whispered in a voice that chilled them to the bone.
You thought you were free?
What do you want?
Brooke demanded, her voice shaking.
To finish what was started.
The shadow replied.
You broke the curse, but you unleashed something far worse. The darkness is spreading, and it's coming for you.
The friends exchanged terrified glances. They realized that breaking the curse had only released the shadows from the mansion, allowing them to spread and grow stronger.
We have to stop it.
Alex said, his voice steady despite the fear in his eyes.
We need to find out how.
Over the following weeks, they delved into the dark history of the mansion once more, uncovering secrets they had missed before. They learned of an ancient artifact, the Heart of Shadows, which was the source of the mansion's power. The artifact had been hidden away, its location lost to time. As they pored over ancient texts and consulted with obscure historians, they discovered that Lord Ashcroft had not only bound his soul to the mansion, but had also created a powerful magical talisman to control the shadows. This talisman, known as the Heart of Shadows, was hidden deep within the mansion, protected by dark magic and deadly traps. Their quest to find the Heart of Shadows took them to distant lands, and through perilous adventures, they encountered mystical beings, solved ancient riddles, and faced their deepest fears. The journey was not without its tolls, and the group's bond was tested to its limits. In a secluded monastery high in the mountains, they found an old sage who knew the way to the Heart of Shadows. He warned them of the trials ahead and the sacrifices they would have to make.
The darkness you fight is not just in the mansion. It is in your hearts.
The sage said.
Only by facing your own shadows can you hope to overcome the greater evil.
The friends nodded, understanding the weight of his words. They returned to Verona, determined to face their final challenge. The night they chose for their final confrontation was dark and stormy, the perfect backdrop for the battle ahead. As they entered the mansion, they could feel the malevolent presence stronger than ever. The shadows seemed to have grown bolder, attacking them with a ferocity they had not encountered before. Each friend faced their own personal demons. Emma confronted her fear of failure, Alex his guilt over a past mistake, Brooke her fear of loss, Daniel his self-doubt, and Sofia her fear of the unknown. In the heart of the mansion, they finally found the Heart of Shadows, a dark, pulsating crystal that seemed to draw in all the light around it. The room was filled with swirling shadows, their whispers filling the air with despair and sorrow.
We have to destroy it.
Emma said, her voice steady.
Together.
As they joined hands, they felt a surge of power, the light of their friendship and courage shining brightly. They directed their energy towards the Heart of Shadows, shattering it with a brilliant flash of light. The shadows screamed and writhed, but as the crystal shattered, they dissipated, banished forever. Exhausted but triumphant, the friends collapsed to the ground, their bond stronger than ever. They had faced the darkness and emerged victorious, but the victory was bittersweet. The journey had taken its toll, and they were forever changed by their experiences. As they left the mansion for the final time, a sense of peace settled over them. They knew that they had not only freed the mansion from its curse, but had also grown as individuals, stronger and more resilient. But as they walked away, the camera of fate panned back to the shattered remnants of the Heart of Shadows. Please,
Like and
Subscribe.
Our channel.
For more videos,